Hello everyone and welcome to Power Pages Tips. My name is Nicholas Hayduk and this is tip number 357, Why Local Auth is Not Recommended. Since the beginning of time, at least in terms of the lifetime of Power Pages, which goes back to the ADX Studio Portals days, local authentication has been an option for how users can log in to a site. However, for years, you may have heard warnings that you shouldn't use it, and yet it still remains popular and enabled by default when you spin up a new site. What's the deal? Before we dive into the details, don't forget to subscribe to the Engineered Code YouTube channel for our weekly tips, monthly community calls, and lots of other Power Pages and Power Platform content. The local authentication feature of Power Pages stores both the username and a hashed version of the user's password directly in Dataverse, in columns on the contact table. As I mentioned, it is enabled by default and is generally really simple to use. But I haven't used local authentication in production on a real project in many years. This is because back in 2018, Microsoft announced that local authentication was deprecated. You might be thinking, hey, it's now 2026 and the feature is still around. What gives? This is because Microsoft at some point removed the deprecation notice because their alternatives were not available across all of their different data centers around the world. However, we know that Microsoft still prefers that you use some other identity provider, and at some point we expect that deprecation will be back officially. So instead of relying on something we expect to go away at some point, we recommend using something like Entra External ID. This is an identity provider that gets regular updates, unlike local authentication, and includes modern features that users expect. While there aren't any specific known vulnerabilities with local authentication in Power Pages, save future you the headaches of migrating away from local auth by choosing a different identity provider for your next Power Pages project. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found the Power Pages tip number 357 on why local auth is not recommended useful.